Welcome back, Rich Nation. You have a clean-shaven AJ here. Unfortunately, it was because I apparently don't know how to use a beard trimmer right, and even though I have not been clean-shaven in like 6 months, I somehow cut into myself a bit where it would have been completely uneven everywhere and it would have looked absolutely horrendous. So now you got clean shaven, which I feel like I am literally 10 years younger without a beard. It's really weird. But anyway, welcome. My name is AJ. We are doing One Piece reactions episode 91 and 92. We just kind of finished off meeting Chopper, having all this stuff happen to him, and then we got the payoff in the last episodes with the cherry blossoms going off, and just the entire, that entire part was just sad, but very it just gave me nice fuzzy soft the feels, as we would say, through that entire section. So I really enjoyed it. I like Chopper as a character. I'm excited to see him more, and I'm just ready to go. If you guys are new to the channel, though, subscribe. If you haven't, why not? Hit that notification bell, smash that like button. Let's get those likes up. That would help as well. You can check out my Patreon at patreon.com/ajrich123 if you want to check out early releases, uncut reactions. We have a bunch of stuff over there. Bunch of stuff that's here on the channel, some stuff that's not, so check it out for sure, and let's go ahead and start. Aftermath here. Such beautiful cherry blossoms. Which is really hard for people to leave, like, your hometown, your area. Like a kid leaving their home for the first time. That's Luffy style. Freak out and make people laugh. Giving Chopper a good, a good example of what happens on this ship. Oh, how is it not dead? He was just frozen the entire time. Poor Chocobo. Chopper can understand him? That doesn't mean every animal can talk to each other, right? Doesn't every animal, like, talk a different language? I guess that's more like real world logic. I don't know. I mean, isn't that kind of obvious, though? And I'm guessing Nami was trying to take that and not actually helping him there. She was really sad. Which was kind of refreshing to see her like that when you're so used to seeing her so angry. They knew each other really well. They lived, together that long, and he was training under her. The cherry blossoms are going that far, though. It really did its job. Luffy's influence is already happening. How does anything get done on this ship? I think that's a good question. You're gonna become a real man around these people. Party time. If it didn't help anybody else, it definitely helped and inspired Chopper. I think you've already started to do that, though. I really think he has. All the citizens have a lot of trust in him. Even would do the opposite. You need to be around them and kind of help them, become better. Exactly. It's the best way. Flashback. Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, this looks different. The king. Alabasta. He looks way off compared to everybody else. He's more worried about himself and his kingdom than everybody else. Oh. Ah, it serves a little kid. Even hitting kids, Jesus. So courteous. Yeah, if you put that many high leaders in one area, it, you know, like types of things like that can really start a war and make things bad, you know, bad things happen. Shows how she grew up into somebody that can really become a great leader. Keep that flag, you know, raised high. Oh man, his picture is everywhere. That's nothing new, but now they know about it. Not that it mattered though there, but what the hell? That was so strange. He was super serious and then, yeah. She knew Gold Roger? I mean, she is old. Very, very interesting. Actually, in that last 2 or 3 minutes, we got quite a bit of information there. It seemed like somebody that I'm gonna try to, because it went in like 5 sentences. So this cowboy guy named Ace knows Luffy is gonna go to Alabasta, which they're headed for, and then he knows somebody named Blackbeard. What was the other information we got? And that he skipped up on a bill. So I don't know. Like Luffy seems to know some people. I mean, he knew Buggy, you know, knew Shanks and stuff. So I'm sure there's other people he knows in the world. But are we eventually going to get to Alabasta? I think that's the better question. It's seeming like it's taken, how many episodes has it been since it, like 30, 40, maybe 30 or so? I don't know. It feels like forever since it's, you know, this has been, you know, mentioned that they need to go to Alabasta. So who knows how many other islands they have to go to before they get there. But I'm excited. Let's see where they go. He has that same smile as Luffy. Oh no. He's following him. Luffy's influence is too strong. Now you're gonna get a bird to attack you. And you wonder why. Nobody cares because they know Luffy will eventually come back. Luffy attack taken, he's gonna be fine. See, he isn't scared. Easy peasy for the Luffy. And there's your dinner. Perfect. Is these things actually edible? Couldn't they technically have diseases? I think I'm just overthinking it, but I can't help it. I know that's information that Luffy does not think about. Yeah, that priorities, guys. That's Alabasta is the priority. Okay, so information we know already. They're legal pirates. You would think there wouldn't be any because the way they look at them, and they're just as scary, so or scarier. So if you're gonna beat pirates, you need to beat pirates with pirates, right? One-tracked mind. I was expecting somebody from there to show up, you know, like at the last place they were at, because they were being tracked this whole time. And we haven't met a lot of them, right? Is that a bazooka? What the hell? She uses the power of her ass to crush you. Oh, okay, so the ones we haven't met have devil fruits as well. Good info to know. Wait, that thing's a number? And where are all those guys? You would think it's bigger than that, though. 2,000 doesn't seem like a lot. All that info just went in one ear, out the other. Okay. Someone's getting beat? Chun-Li morphed with, I don't know, Shakespeare? Damn, I think he's worse than Mr. 3. I wonder why he doesn't have a partner, though. I thought that was like a requirement. Maybe nobody can work with him? He looks really excited to crush people. That's what's a little confusing, because we know of 2 of these warlords, right? And one of them, you know, the one that fought Zoro, was much like, he seemed more honorable and like just, I mean, strong, obviously. All these guys have to be strong. But he just seemed more of an honorable man compared, at least from what we've seen in this organization being created in general. Like, seems like this guy doesn't seem anywhere near as honorable. And he just seems like really shifty. And I don't know. I guess that's what I would think of, you know, a pirate that becomes, you know, a warlord to go and defeat pirates. You know, I guess I would think that would be the general personality of them. But it's like, them doing that makes people like them because you're defeating pirates. But technically, this guy seems scummy as well. So I don't know, like the Overlord thing, like the sorry, not Overlord, Warlord in my mind. Warlord thing is very just, I don't know. Since there's like 5 other ones, it's hard to really base this off of just the two that we've seen. But I don't know. It just seems like so both of them are so different. But we got it's good to kind of have these little recap. We had like a recap at the end about all the places, and I liked and just like kind of what they've done. The organization, I expected that organization to be way bigger than 2000. For some reason, it felt like an army's worth. Like they would have all these undercover people, but then like an army behind it. But when you think about it, because it's so secretive and nobody knows each other's names, I guess it could be like kind of a CIA type thing where you couldn't have that organization too huge like an army, because you don't want everyone's identities to go out. So you can only be around people you trust. So, okay, 2000 kind of makes sense. Now that I'm doing the deep thinking here. All right, let's go to the next one. The hell is that flag? It's a very strange one. A pig skull. See, they see him as a hero, so they see these warlords as their, like, saviors. And pirates probably fear him. If he's specifically going after other pirates. Yeah, they really see him as a hero. It's crazy how everybody would know this guy, but not know, like, he's Mr. Zero. Yup, the opposite, the pirates would hate him. Yeah. How is he taking 5, like, 10 blades in a row? What? Well, they all said all the numbers have devil fruit, so that must mean he has a devil fruit. Some type of sand controlling of sand? Holy shit, though. Literally buried them all. Okay. I wonder how that works, though. He just did, like, sand burial type move. Though it seems OP. I just wish visually we were able to see it better, but... Oh, he's getting there before they are. But technically, if he's hired, isn't that what they want? Her dad. How can you not know it's Luffy at this point? It's always going to be Luffy. Always. She's got the money. Serious fishing. That's how I look when I'm playing a fishing in a game. Good old fishing in an RPG. You would think there's some spots that there'd be no fish at all. How? What is the logic in this? Oh, something's going on there. How do you get that from cotton candy? That to cotton candy. So hungry. Basic knowledge. Luffy, I don't think that's possible. I guess just go through it, but couldn't that have been, yeah, poison or something? It does look, now that they're in it, it looks like poisonous gas. I guess if its only range is smaller, then I guess it's not a bad deal, but... Can we get this guy some regular pants? Don't let him get too close to the chocobo. He doesn't really look it. What is this guy's plan here? Since they all have all the numbers, they say they have devil fruits. It makes sense why he can't swim. So that part's not surprising. At first, my first thought was like, oh crap, he's sinking, you gotta go save him or whatever, but why would you save him? But yeah, he has a devil fruit, so as they explained in the last episode of all of the numbers having devil fruit powers, as we've seen. I wonder what his is. That's what I'm wondering. We got to see a little bit of Crocodile, and since he is a number as well, I assumed that he had a devil fruit, but we didn't get to see it we didn't really get to see it. Like, there's some type of sand movement. It was like a sand burial move that he did, but what can he do with it? Is it just mass control? It's very interesting. But I don't know. Like, I don't trust this at all. Now you got this mess on board. Yeah, I mean, you got saved and you're asking for things. Wouldn't she know him? Wait a second. Maybe she hasn't like met all the numbers, so maybe she wouldn't know all of them. But since she was in the organization, I thought she would have known at least most of them. It must be one that she hasn't met, because she would definitely react immediately if she knew who he was. But oh man. He's telling them he has a devil fruit. Why is Luffy excited by this guy? I guess he just wants to see a devil fruit. Oh! I was gonna say, why is Luffy talking like that? The fuck is going on? That's a good fruit. This guy. It looks like, you know, like some neat trick. Oh! Okay, I think he just showed some boobs. Anybody, like, actually believe him, though? It's like a cheap imitation with the clothes on. Like a swan. So these are, like, all faces he's, like, seen. Oh, and that was the king. I should tip her off right there, because he knows he's at least seen the king. She's met the guys in the group. Doesn't he look like someone that would fit in that group immediately? And Vivi's smart. She's got to pick up on it. You were there for like 2 minutes. That is the most uncool look ever. The fuck? I'm just confused and haunted and disgusted at the same time. Oh, okay. I mean, it's the most obvious description ever. Was her dad? Yep. You could mimic anybody, but mimicking the king, yeah. That type of ability, no wonder he's number 2, because who would make that type of guy like high up in an organization like that? I mean, but I guess number 3 wasn't much better. I don't know. Crocodile has some weird like taste for people. I don't understand that. But anyway, those that number 2 there, I like his ability, like his devil fruit power alone would probably be the thing that got him in there, because he can literally, take that face. He could take that face. He could do so much. I mean, he could go and take the place to somebody. He could temporarily trick some people to think that they're them. There's just too many endless possibilities. So he fits in an organization like that. If he snuck his way in and he got out of that outfit, then it matters how good he is at it. It didn't seem like he was great at like copying it perfectly. Don't eat cats. No eating cats. I do not condone this. Though technically it seems like it's not just cat, but The animals always get me on this show. I would think like everything is an endangered species. Like in this show. It has to be. Yeah. Insta happy. Tell him he's gonna eat, not cat. One cannon though? I don't know. I feel like Sanji would easily get tricked though. Probably the best bet. You get to land, you could fight better there than a ship battle versus that many. Yeah, I think the best strategy is to get on that island, recoup, eat, do whatever you gotta do. It's gonna take, those ships are headed somewhere. It's better to do it that way so they can recoup with everything. But number 2, I was not expecting a clone type devil fruit. That's something that makes him being number 2 justified just from that, because he can, transform, manipulate. That's like something anybody in an organization like that's hiding identities and stuff would want. So it seems the most ideal type of power you would want in an organization like that. But to have it on a freak like that, that's just, I don't know. I mean, he's just, maybe it's not, okay, let's not say freak. I guess just an interesting fellow. I think he's the problem with him, and I think the only way they'd be able to tell is the voice seemed almost dead on, but his actions, the way he acted, and like, I don't know if it changed like the lower, like the upper body obviously, but like the lower body, it just, maybe it's because he was in the clothes, it didn't look like an exact replica to me. But maybe if he shifted like into the outfits of everybody else or whatever, he'd be able to get away with it very well. But also, if you're cloning or becoming another person, you have to act like them perfectly. So if you know them well enough, I think this is the advantage that all of them have. They're close to each other, they know each other, they're friends. I think their relationships would be their best bet to be able to figure out, because they use that example of what if he's able to become one of us, how would we know? That's the best bet, is them knowing each other and personalities. This guy is so weird, I don't think he'd be able to get the personalities down exactly. He's just like, I just don't think so. I think that's probably the weakness of that devil fruit. It's just because he's such, like, he doesn't seem like a good actor to me. I don't know. What do you guys think? It just seems strange to me, but he's really funny. I loved like learning about seeing Crocodile in action, because we haven't seen that. I thought that was cool. But his now we see how these warlords are treated, and how they are kind of looked at as heroes when they go and save these pirates. But the pirates see him as, he was a pirate before, and now he's working for the government and, on the opposite side. So it's kind of, even though they may not be from the same pirate group, it's kind of like betrayal. Because even when pirates fight pirates, as we've seen, there's some type of respect for most of them, right? Because you are a pirate. But when you're on the government on the other side, it's like, and you were once one of them, and it's like you're defecting. So that's why they would act like that towards him. I don't know. It's very, very strange, but I'm glad that they've been talking about Alabasta forever, and we're finally getting closer to that. I loved it, like, now that Chopper is with them, and it feels like just a perfect spot for him, even though Luffy might not be the best type of person to kind of like rub off on, in the sense of like how he acts, yes, like the good parts of Luffy, yes, but there's like you know, his eating or quick judgment, or there's some weaknesses that Luffy has that hopefully Chopper doesn't, like, because he's like a kid, so it probably, like, people rub off that he's close with probably rub off on him very, like, much easier than if you're an adult. So being around Luffy, you know, strengths and weaknesses, I think overall a good thing, but it's just kind of funny seeing him have the, you know, the things in his nose. But anyway, guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. If you want to support the channel, get early releases, uncut reactions, check out patreon.com/ajrich123. That helps a lot. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.